everyone, welcome to another episode of Book Babble, the YouTube series where our teen services team talk about some of their most recent reads. Today I'm going to be talking about I'll Be the One by Lila Lee. It is a 2020 contemporary fiction novel with a little bit of romance that I really enjoyed. So let me tell you a little bit about the book. First off, from the first line, fat girls can't dance. So this is what Shin Hanul, or Sky Shin, has been told all of her life by multiple people, her dance teachers and even her mother. But Sky is determined to prove them wrong, and she's going to do that by entering a new LA-based K-pop competition survival show called You're My Shining Star. She knows that this is the best opportunity to prove everyone wrong. She knows that she is a great singer and dancer no matter her size, and she is going to win that competition and prove that fat girls can dance. There are so many things that I liked about this book. I first picked it up because of the K-pop connection. I've been listening to K-pop and watching K-dramas since 2011. I love the fact that the author mentioned a lot of the different groups and artists that I enjoy myself, including Lee High and Epic High, and so many more. It also has a very diverse cast of characters. I love the friends that Sky is able to make in the competition, even though they are her competition. There's just some really supportive people that she meets that just make up for the fact that her mother is so unsupportive of her goal. But the main part of this book that I just really loved is Sky herself. This is a girl who is so confident in herself and her body image, and that is just such a wonderful thing to see, especially for someone who has struggled with their weight their whole entire life, which is me. Like Sky, I love to sing and dance, but I let my own insecurities sort of, drive my own experiences. And Sky is someone who is, even though someone tells her, you can't do this, she's like, no, I can do this, and you can't stop me. And I love the positive message of this, and the fact that even though she does have moments of insecurity, she knows who she is, and she is going to do her best to be herself and prove to everybody that she is capable and talented and a beautiful girl. So where can you find this? Well, we have the book in our collection here, so you can check it out for yourself. Meet Sky and Henry and all of the other characters in this book that I really loved.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Book Babble. I'm Kelsey, and today we're going to be talking about The Hazel Wood by Melissa Albert. The Hazel Wood is a urban fantasy tale, and it follows Alice Prosperine, who is the granddaughter of a reclusive author known as Althea. When Althea was younger, she left her job as a reporter when she published a series of dark, twisted fairy tales entitled Tales of the Hinterland. Then she retired to a manor estate that no one quite knows where it's located, known as the Hazel Wood. She's rarely been seen since. In fact, Alice has never met her grandmother, and her mother has insisted that she never read Tales from the Hinterland. Instead, Alice has spent her whole life on the road, moving from place to place, trying to keep one step ahead of a rush of strange and supernaturally bad luck that resulted in everything from fires and ceiling collapses which have left their hosts dead, and even at one point being kidnapped by some of Althea's more deranged fans. All of that changes, though, when her mother receives a letter saying that Althea has died. However, instead of returning to the Hazel Wood to settle down, they move to New York. Her mother gets remarried, and it seems like they're going to have a happily ever after, a normal life. That is until Alice comes home from school one day to find her mother missing and nothing left in her place, except for a strange smell and the torn page of one of the stories from Tales of the Hinterland. She teams up with a classmate and Althea Prosperine's superfan, Ellery Finch, as they try to disentangle how Althea's past, her tales, which Alice has never been allowed to read, all relate to her mother's disappearance and the strange things that they've been seeing ever since. The Hazel Wood was originally written as a standalone. However, now it does have a sequel called The Night Country. And it also has a companion novel, Tales from the Hinterland, which is, of course, the collection of dark, twisted fairy tales, which Althea has written that weave through the entirety of the Hazel Wood. It is dark, atmospheric, but it also has that sort of beauty and magic that fairy tales have. So if you're a fan of like the Brothers Grimm, the creepier but beautifully magical fairy tales, this is definitely a really good one for fairy tale fans. It definitely has some references to some fairy tales that you'll recognize, and even some novels you'll recognize. If you are a bookworm, you'll feel validated very much by this book. You can check it out from us here in hardcover, or you can actually listen to it on e-audio from Hoopla or Overdrive, and hopefully you will enjoy.
Want more recommendations? Visit our website at fountaindale.org/teenreads to view book lists curated just for you, including a new one that we just released called You Are Enough, Body Positive Teen Reads. I read a few other books this month that I really enjoyed, including There's Something About Sweetie, and this one right here, Fat Chance Charlie Vega. So these books are all on that list as well. Girls, fat girls being themselves, showing the world that despite what gets thrown at them or their own insecurities, that they are beautiful and are going to do it their way. Well, that's all the time we have today. We'll see you next month for another episode of Teen Book Babble.